Now, when your child finishes preschool, it's a proud day for many parents. But for Mum Taylor, that milestone will always be remembered for the wrong reasons. Minutes after 5-year-old Piper got her special certificate, something happened that no parent would ever expect.
Piper loves a party. She had informed us that we needed to plan a surprise party for her graduation. She had the whole family there. She was so excited about it.
Beaming with pride, little Piper poses with her mum and dad. But instead of enjoying a surprise party, she was about to be in the fight of her life.
She was taken in for a CT of her brain. The paediatrician came out and he put his hands together and he just said, "It's not good."
Piper Wakely-Kieran is bright, bubbly, and in Mum Taylor's words,
sassy is a good word for it.
A 5-year-old obsessed with pink, keen to push the limits.
Can we go out for like a little play?
We maybe could after a rest.
No, not a rest.
These photos were taken at her preschool farewell. 40 minutes later, everything changed when Piper returned home with her grandparents.
I got a phone call from Mum. She said she had started vomiting, but she wasn't happy with her. She said something is wrong. She was getting ready to go for a swim in the pool, and then 5 minutes later she was unconscious.
Piper was rushed to hospital. Taylor's years of experience as a nurse only made the situation more terrifying.
She wasn't a patient, she was my child, and I knew how severe the situation was. She was intubated, she was on life support at that point, so I just spent the whole hour just staring at her, not knowing.
How serious did things get for Piper?
Essentially it was, "You need to be with her now." He said, "Sit with her." So we knew then that it was a very real possibility she wasn't going to make it through the night.
After being rushed into surgery at the Monash Children's Hospital, her family finally got some answers. Piper had suffered a stroke.
You don't think it's ever going to happen to you. It is, while it's not unheard of, it's very rare.
Hundreds of kilometres from home, her nearest and dearest held a bedside vigil. Then, a breakthrough.
You've been having a bit of a sleep, okay?
I can't describe the feeling that came with that.
Piper had woken up, and so began her incredible fight back.
About 5 days after we had our first word. So she said, "Yeah," and then she said, "Ow," and then she said, "Mum." It's like the first time you hear your baby say mum, but 10 times better. Yeah.
With life on hold, Piper's world now exists within the walls of the hospital.
How did we get here?
In a helicopter?
Can you remember the helicopter?
Because I was fast asleep.
You were sound asleep.
Slowly, surely, Piper has regained her strength.
Good job, baby.
Good job, baby.
Her family by her side every step of the way.
You tell me when you get tired.
You can't call it anything but miraculous, you know. We weren't sure if she would actually ever wake up.
And what was the other one?
A Barbie dream house, which was not the big one, which just sort of got me.
We always said that we would be very grateful for her strong will at one point in her life, and that point is now.
It's rare, so around 600 children every year have a stroke in Australia.
Dr. Lisa Murphy from the Stroke Foundation.
It is in the 10 most leading causes of death in children in Australia, so it's not insignificant.
Doctors still don't know what caused Piper's stroke.
She had been very tired, but we put that down to Christmas time.
If a baby's having a seizure, or if they've got excessive sleepiness, or for example they're favouring one side over another, those are sort of things to look out for. And then in children, things like having weakness on one side of their face, weakness in arms, in legs, swallowing difficulties, headaches.
In the back of my mind, I am always worried about is this going to happen to her again?
What Taylor is sure of, acting quickly saved her little girl's life.
Trust your gut. My mum and my dad, they trusted their gut and I trusted mine. We knew that something wasn't quite right.
Piper and her family will likely be here at the Monash Children's Hospital for a couple more weeks. Then they'll need to navigate an ongoing road of rehabilitation. But they're hopeful Piper will be back home soon and working towards her biggest milestone yet, finally starting school.
We know that we might modify it a bit and that's okay. As long as she is happy, she gets to be with her friends.
While she's been away, Piper's community has rallied, supporting the family.
The hospital and Ronald McDonald House and New South Wales Ambulance will never be able to pay back what they did for us. They saved Piper's life. But if we can extend some of that gratitude back, we would love to.
And she's edging closer to thanking everyone herself.
What do you think will be the best thing when you get to go home?
To play with my friends.
She's going to be able to live a happy life. That's all that matters.
What a beautiful little girl. Piper, you are such an inspiration.